Hello and welcome to Ryno's Orioles Report. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Four-game series with the Yankees has ended. Orioles won the series 3-1. Came as somewhat of a surprise because it was a relatively low-scoring series. Three of the games were decided by 2 runs. And 8 total in the first 3 games, which really between the two offenses, we didn't expect that. Expected more runs, more than 8 between the first 3 games. Yeah. You see, I'm on MadisonSports.com. Let's talk about game 1 from Camden Yards. New York Yankees 0, Baltimore Orioles 2. Henderson 1 hit, drove 1 in, scored twice. Rutschman just 1 hit. O'Hearn only 1 hit, also did work a walk, so there's that. Santander over, Mountcastle over. Mullins over, but he did work a walk. Westberg 1 hit. Cowser over, but did work a walk. Arias over. Yes, only 1 RBI because one of the other run was allowed to score due to an error by Mr. Volpe. Henderson, home run, leadoff home run. Very low-scoring game. Westberg actually thrown out. Orioles did not have good, serious stealing bases. Grayson Rodriguez got to start in this game. 5 2/3 of an innings pitched. 5 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Threw 101 pitches. Yeah. May not have been the best decision. But it did kind of make another decision somewhat easy. Get to that a little bit later. Ciano Perez, welcome back. Sadly, this meant Dylan Tate, really the only guy out there with options. Dylan Tate sent back to the minors. He had options, and he had recently pitched several innings, so he was really the only option out there. Pitches 1 inning, 1 full inning. Only gives up 1 hit, but no runs, no walks. Strike anybody out, but it's a good performance coming off the DL the injured list for 30 days. Cano pitches 1 1/3 inning, so he finishes off the 7th inning and pitches the 8th inning. Gives up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts either. Coulomb chosen to get the save. Remember, Kimbrel is making an IL trip, but wasn't used because wanted him to get over this back tightness. Coulomb save opportunity, and he gets job done. No hits, no runs, no walks. Strike anybody out, but got the job done, got the save. Yeah, 101 pitches. 101 pitches by Rodriguez, only 54 strikes. It's not great. Elevated pitch count kind of did him in there. Game 2, Tuesday night's game. Woo. New York Yankees 2, Baltimore Orioles 4. Henderson 1 hit and an RBI, also walked once. Rutschman 2 hits and an RBI. Mountcastle over. Santander 1 hit, scored once, also walked once. Westberg 1 hit. Mateo also with 1 hit and scored once. Mullins 1 hit. McCann 1 hit, 1 run, scored 1 RBI. Cowser 1 hit, 1 run, scored. McCann, Mateo, Santander with doubles. Again, another caught stealing. Just couldn't run on a Mr. Wells here. Austin Wells, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty good job throwing the baseball. Dean Kramer started this game. I mean, you don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth or anything, but this is probably the best stretch of games I think we've ever seen from Dean Kramer. 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks. 4 hits and 4 walks isn't great, though it was 7 innings, where he only allowed 2 hits. Struck out 4. Part of why I think the walks were elevated was Mr. Soto up here and Judge and Stanton. You be careful with them. So, end up walking. Though Soto did hit a home run and danced around like a crazy person, even though his team was losing, which, he got booed a lot. Keegan Aiken gets 2 outs, comes on for 2 outs in the 8th inning, does surrender a hit, but no runs, no walks, and strikes a guy out. Jacob Webb, because, Aiken had allowed somebody to get on. Brandon Hyde didn't want to keep him out there, so in comes Jacob Webb. Save situation, gets the last out in the 8th, and pitches the full 9th inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Yeah, how about that? Where did they stop? Yeah, was it Torres? It was Torres was the last out. So he faces Judge, Stanton, Rizzo, and Torres. Yeah, that's not an easy task. But again, another throwing error by the Yankees middle infield. Or another error, not necessarily a throwing error. I think the other one was a fielding error. That kind of plagued them a bit this series. Allowed too many runs to score. Come to game 3. New York Yankees 2, Baltimore Orioles 0. First time Orioles were held shutout this year. Henderson, Rutschman, 0 for. O'Hearn got a hit and a walk. Yeah, that's nice getting on base twice. If nobody else is hitting behind you, nothing's gonna happen. Because Mountcastle, Cowser, also 0 for. Westberg, 1 hit. Mullins, no hits. Did work a walk. Kerstad, 1 hit. Was also hit by a pitch. Arias, 0 for. Santander pinch hit late and nothing. Teo came in to play defense because Santander doesn't play the infield. Had the ace of the rotation on the hill for this one and just couldn't get the guy any run support. Corbin Burns, 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, which is, you'll take that. That's a great line. 6 strikeouts. So you're striking out 1 an inning. You're allowing less than 1 base runner an inning. You're only giving up 2 runs to this Yankee lineup. Just need the run support. Mike Baumann pitches the 7th and the 8th. Really nice to see get some length out of Mike Baumann. No hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Okay. Johan Ramirez. Shaky in some of the past outings for Mr. Ramirez. 1 full inning pitch, no runs, no hits. No hits and no runs, no walks. Strikes out 1. Nice bounce back performance, though it will be relatively short-lived. Somewhat disappointing. Final game, Thursday's game, the afternoon game. New York Yankees 2, Baltimore Orioles 7. Yeah, big old 7 spot. Real nice. Henderson, 0 for. 7 runs, and Henderson didn't do anything. Wow. Well, I'll take it. Still think the guy needs at least 1 day off a month that isn't a scheduled day off. Give these kids a break or you're just going to wear them down. Rutschman, 1 hit, scored once. Mountcastle, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, scored twice. Santander, 1 hit, scored once. Westberg, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, scored once. Teo, 1 hit, 2 RBIs, scored once. Cowser, 0 for, struck out 3 times. McCann, 0 for. Rutschman DH'd. McKenna, 1 hit, 1 RBI, 1 run scored. How about that? Mullins, pinch hit late. Nope, no hit. Oh well. Rutschman double, Westberg triple, Mountcastle, Mateo, and McKenna home runs. Yeah, you like to see that. McCann got an error. Catcher's interference did make that first inning go on a little longer. 2 outs. Get this catcher's interference on it. Went there and Judge at the plate. And just, kind of stung the outing for Kyle Bradish. Yes. Kyle Bradish activated from the injured list. One of the reasons why Yohan Ramirez isn't around. Actually, I guess they had 2 moves they had to make for starting pitchers. Yohan Ramirez designated for assignment. Grayson Rodriguez put on the injured list. Disappointing elbow inflammation is the early report. Strong performance from Kyle Bradish. Didn't really want to push him any further than they did, even though they did push him a little hard. 4 2/3 of an innings pitched, gives up 4 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, strikes out 5. All right. Keegan Aiken finishes off the 5th inning and pitches the 6th inning and is credited with the win here. Aiken over Bradish because Bradish didn't go 5. Aiken gives up 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, no strikeouts. Coulomb gets 2 outs in the 7th, gives up a hit, but no runs, no walks, strikes out 1. Jacob Webb finishes off the 7th and pitches the 8th inning. Getting a lot of use out of Jacob Webb right now, aren't they? A lot of real good use, too. So 1 1/3 innings pitched, no hits, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Might have to call him the Yankee killer. Cianel Perez, 2nd outing back. Takes the 9th inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Wow. Got a bit lucky here with the pitching, even though you were unlucky because Grayson Rodriguez goes on the injured list. Great series by the Orioles. I mean, you're facing the Yankees. They are who you are now competing with. I mean, at least as of right now. We'll see how the year goes. Who you're competing with for the lead in the American League East. And you take 3 out of 4 games from them. The first 3 out of 4 games of this season-long series. That's a great statement right there. Hopefully this can continue. Let's get on to some articles. Some of this information I'm going to talk about here, it's kind of a combination between the 2 articles. So I'll give credit to here Steve Molesky, who wrote this article today, and Rock Kubako, who wrote his article yesterday. Bradish returns to the lineup. Not to the lineup, to the rotation. And also, as you can see on the screen here, Rodriguez to the IL. And that Kimbrel should be ready to go. Got a few days off. The back should be ready to go. We have no timetable on Grayson Rodriguez. This is somewhat of a recent thing. And Austin Hayes, he's not quite ready to come back off the injured list yet, even though he has several more days. But he has begun sprinting, running the bases, such of that nature. So far, no reports of any setbacks. Again, so far. And also, here, Suarez moved to the bullpen. Oh, why? Because Grayson Rodriguez is like, well, if Bradish is back, guess who else is back? Johnny Means, yeah. Johnny Means. And as of now, he is scheduled to make a start Saturday against the Reds. So very excited to see John Means make his return. So Suarez to the bullpen, Rodriguez on the injured list, and Mr. Yohan Ramirez designated for assignment. So, yeah, several moves. I guess Tate back to the minors, reinstate Perez. Grayson Rodriguez goes on the injured list, and you reinstate Kyle Bradish. Suarez moved to the bullpen, Yohan Ramirez designated for assignment, and John Means activated. Very, again, it's almost lucky, right? You get Wells goes down with elbow inflammation. Rodriguez goes down elbow inflammation. Wonder what's causing all these inflamed elbows. Maybe pitching them too much, I guess. I don't know. Too many pitches, I guess. Messing around in the strike zone, wasting too many pitches, getting too many full counts, I guess. I don't know. But at the same time this is happening to your rotation, Means and Bradish are ready to go. Huh. How convenient is that? Again, maybe a little bit of luck. It doesn't sound like they're even pushing Bradish or Means to come back. It was just, honestly, Means, his time on the, because I think I've mentioned this before, you have a set time that you can be on a rehab. Means was, his time was up. He had to come back. And, luck would have it, you relatively easy decision to get him a spot in the rotation. Not that you like the reason that the decision was easy. It's a little disappointing to see Dylan Tate go. He was pitching very well. Maybe not very well. He was pitching well. But sad thing is, Orioles have past 2-3 years somewhat of a revolving door in the bullpen. So they've used a lot of options. So guys like Aiken and Bauman, they don't have options. You can't send them back to the minor leagues and just assume that, they're going to stick with your ball club. You would have to designate them for assignment and hope nobody claims them unless you really don't care that much. So, and the thing with Aiken and Bauman, regardless of how well they've pitched over the past few years, and they have had their bright spots, they can throw multiple innings out of the bullpen. So you don't really want to put them on, designate them for assignment and risk losing them. You just don't want to do that. So we'll see. Hopefully Dylan Tate can get back up here. Hopefully it won't be because of an injury. Hopefully. Let's keep this team healthy. They're playing pretty well, even though some of the stars like a Kowser or Henderson go hitless. I guess it just happens. All right, let's get on the schedule. Wrap this up. Get out of here. Come all the way down. Moving on down the list. Starting a 3-game series in Cincinnati. Friday's game scheduled for 6:10. Okay. Saturday's game scheduled for 6:40. Sunday's game scheduled for 4:10. Again, what is with the inconsistency of the start time? This is so odd. So odd. And I'm pretty sure they're in Central Time in Cincinnati, so why are they starting games at 5 o'clock? Okay. However. And then we'll have an off day Monday. Yay, we get an off day. And then a 2-game national series. So, yeah. That is going to do it for this edition of Ryno's Orioles Report. Stay tuned for Monday, the off day. I'll make my next edition of Ryno's Orioles Report, and I'll talk about this Cincinnati Reds series. So please like and subscribe to the channel. I am the Angry Ryno, and this is Birdland.